this is the Death Sphere 13, and well, since summer started, I've been able to play World of Tanks a bit more often, so this would explain this video. I'm starting to actually get quite overwhelmed with the videos now. This one's pretty funny. I'm just gonna say straight off the bat. The game's starting to break. You can see the M2 Light platooned with the T1 in Tier 6. I don't know about you, but I don't think a Tier 2 or 1 tank should have ever gotten into a game with Tier 6s. Wargaming, please fix. Now, I more or less point this out eventually, just because, yeah, I just wanted to. I wanted to make the Tier 2, because I know the M2 Light tank is not too. I wanted to make M2 feel a bit better. And as you can see, my frames per second there just in-game dropped. Anyway, I'm going up here, and these are the kind of shots I like. Zoom in, don't stop moving, fire, bounce a shot from an enemy, and hit them for damage. First time in a long time heading towards the center. I'm more or less here because there's just a train of people running around looking like their heads have been chopped off. Down the one line, they're starting to get through. The M4 is kind of stopping them. And I'm actually trying to find the one in all this. I go and pop out.
Penetrate their armor.
In game, that was 16 frames. And I really don't know what to say. Maybe I should stop talking about the game. But anyway, yeah. Back to playing World of Tanks. Well, not back to, but I'm getting to play World of Tanks a lot more than I used to. Getting a few more what the heck just happened kind of games, and it's quite enjoyable. Again, if you have any topic, I'm gonna get this out of the way. I notice I'm like looking like a play, but please hang in there with me. I'm not used to speaking a lot. If you have any topic that you want me to talk about, just comment it below, and I'll see what I can get. And now with that, I don't know how many I'm gonna put into this just right now. I record each video separately, so like this replay I'll record differently, stop recording, get another replay up, record again. So right now, this is the first one I'm putting out. I don't know how many I'm gonna put into this. I still can't believe I didn't track that KV-1S straight to the driver. I guess it has no ability to play that. This Panzer IV-H is a bit late. Trying to make sure I don't stick mirror end out to that KV-2. Because I would really rather not get shot by that thing. I don't know what gun he's using. I'll tell you this. He's really not going to be happy with me after a while. As you can see that team head towards the T. The one line is gone. And this is one of my oldest ones. Oldest replay I have. I don't keep them very often. I don't just go, maybe This is one amazing. I mean, I had a few of them earlier that it's like, why did I even throw these into the save for replay?
Penetration.
That's pretty funny to me. I penetrated due to the what would you call it? The cover for the tracks.
We didn't even scratch them.
And I can't.
We've lost the track.
Now the only thing you can shoot on my tracks, both of which are gone. Now, I've seen a lot of the videos for it. Once you hit a track, it's supposed to just stop. That was an AP shell that went through both tracks. it seems.
Tracks up. Drive on.
So I stupidly just boop forward. And me and this KV-1S are the last ones on our team. Neither one of us in any good shape to fight. So I go, okay, time for more damage, and I get shot.
Scratch them.
Behind me, they're missing left and right. He's bouncing off my turret. So I go, okay, he's probably not doing too
We've
much better.
fixed the
So
track.
let me see if I can hit something. He's still just fighting away at my track.
Bail out. This vehicle
Eventually, an M4 comes down and kills me. Like I said earlier, I record each replay with different commentary. I don't just record them all, throw them together, and commentate over them. So, on to the next. Now, there's really nothing special about this game. What's special about it is my teammates for an 8% chance to win. I know I'm not exactly great, but holy cow, 8% chance? Now, if I was on the other team, I wouldn't even care about my tank at that point. I'd run out and play as aggressively as I could. For the simple fact that, the enemy team's just gonna throw their tanks at us.
Let's go.
And that's just about what happens. I start heading towards town, and you can see the intelligence. Potato on a stick is what the Hellcats is saying. Like, lone hog, not too much fun. And if you look at the minimap, you can see why this is an 8% team. The majority of them at least, are rushing straight up the middle. World of Tanks, I don't know why you hate me, but if you hate me, please give me a reason to hate you back besides crapping out my games. So before anyone else can just basically decide, hey, dog kill, I come down here, I fire a move at that Cromwell, stop,
Penetration.
get him, and keep moving. I do not trust this team whatsoever. I'll stop this once I die because it's pretty obvious what happens with the 8% win chance. That's pretty goddamn sad. So now there's 3 people in town, and the majority of the enemy team is spotted headed to town. So I just squeezed up a shot there in game. And so I pull out fire. I don't know what's going on now. Okay. Random. I guess I'm just waiting for this guy. I guess it's really not needed anymore. They've gotten 6 of us, so we've gotten only 1 of them. Which was the lowest tier tank, who still managed to kill 1 of us. I know I'm not much of a contribution to the team right now, but I'm still doing better than the majority of the team. This Cromwell is gonna come around. I'm still doing more damage than majority of my team. That's the sad thing.
Enemy armor is damaged.
I am taking hits from
We've
left,
done
right, and
4. Everyone
center.
get out.
And you can see why I put this in there. World of Tanks used to do this to me all the time. Before I had XVM, so it's like, what the hell? And it would frustrate me to no end. Except with XVM, I got the warning that, hey, team is going to be pretty crap. So now then, on to the next. This one, obviously, in my super potion, which It's gotta be one of my most favorite tanks, for the simple fact that it seems like everyone's gotten out of that phase of I just have to run out, shoot as fast as I can, and I win. That you end up getting tier 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you can see that majority, well, the lowest one here is tier 6. I'm not a particularly big fan of this map. I'm still not used to it. You have to remember the highest tier tank that I've unlocked is tier 6 in the M6. The M6 is not a good tank. It is, as you've probably heard me state before, the T1 heavy with higher matchmaking. Up until the point where you get the 90mm gun, and then it gets a little better. I was listening to music when I was playing this one, so that random bob up and down was music playing. Fire, hoping. I mean, at this point, I'm just hoping.
We didn't even scratch them.
But it is at extreme range, and I have just noticed the map. So I go, okay. Look here with this boss again. Can I get a shot off at the tiger real quick? Nope. What about the ISC? I shot the ISC for a little bit. No, I'm no master of game mechanics, but I'm letting this Wamatel boss here basically scout for me. I'm gonna wait for that ISC to pop out. I'm not gonna penetrate him. Reload, see if I can get a shot off at this tiger.
We didn't even scratch them.
Bounce again. I don't know what it was. Maybe I was just couldn't aim correctly, because I am looking through several layers of cover to aim at these tanks that I can't easily see. So I back up, knowing Boss 6 probably spotted, and one of the arrow, what was that, in a platoon? That one I can't exactly shoot at. So, I'm gonna see if I can put this one. Not likely. This is one of those what the hell is going on kind of games. So I come around, see if I can even see the AL, and there it is. Can I get a shot? No. So now that ISC has been left alone for quite a long time. And I say quite a long time because the marker still indicates it's over by that corner. If I know online multiplayer gaming, people don't just exactly stay there unless they're at the back of the map. I've only done one hit worth of damage. Can I get a shot at this?
We didn't
Nope.
even scratch them.
And there's that ISC. I'm like, okay, so this tiger probably needs, and he's on fire. Cliff diving. And there's the T-28 prototype back there. Yay. Not about to take that chancy shot. This E-75 is doing his work. It's just that it keeps moving so that way he's gonna be aiming towards my direction as well.
Penetration.
Finally, another hit. And he's still aiming at the E-75.
Enemy armor is damaged.
I've now got him low down, and I don't know about you, but I do not want to get hit by one of those. And I think for a while here, we just I
Penetrate their armor.
try to get
The
people
radio
up
hit.
top to
We
shoot
can't
at him.
raise anyone
They're not
outside this
interested.
area.
They can't get their gun down on him. So it's like, can me. I'm now stuck to this side, he is stuck to that side. And we're capping them. So at this point it's going to be, yep, we're gonna win. He's trying to bait me into shooting his track. I'm not buying it. I'm not even going to shoot that. Patience in World of Tanks gets you places. Backing up a little bit. I mean, the artillery's probably not going to get a shot at me. He's probably more worried about the ones camping the base. So he decides, you know what, I'm going to go up ahead. Now, if I had shot that track and bounced, he probably would have been able to shoot me. But he got impatient. He probably felt the pressure of my team capping. Decided, you know what, probably not the best idea. I'm waiting so that way I'm not spotted anymore. And I'm telling you, probably right up along that ridge line. So I'm coming down into this dip just to kind of make sure there's not a clear line of sight. And that's it. That was end of game, apparently. I was still expecting for a bit more. I could have sworn I was shot and killed in this one. That might be in the next one. This is my first game in the KV-1S with the tier 6 gun, which is the best gun on this tank. I'm going through the tier, not the tier ones, KV-1, the T-28, so on and so forth, up until the tier 1, because I want a KV-2. This was before I had unlocked the other gun, which is the stock for the KV-2. So I really didn't know how long that reload was. Still plan on getting KV-2. I'm looking at this Matilda. It's like, okay, so he's got a lot of money. Coinage. I shall continue. M3 Lee does not want to be anyone over this side. I'm just looking around. Now, I can see how majority of the team's going down the 1 and 2 line, and I'm deciding I'm not having any of that. I'm going to go towards, let me see what it is. I think it's E9. Little scout tank. And the guy who is for me. And if I can remember correctly, yeah. If it's near 50, if it's like 45 to 55, I consider it even. Those are the games that I just don't care. Yep, the games like that, tier 8, I just go, okay, not gonna survive this at all. Might as well try to have fun. But they're scouting the VK, well, the 2001D, the Matilda, the Hetzer, all coming my direction. The T-28 is coming up this way, and the Cheeky's going for spawning. Now, like I said, this is the first game I had with this gun. So that was pretty darn funny for me. Like, stupid light tank, don't face me. Something's hit me. Probably with that T1 heavy. No, it's this M3 Lee. This M3 Lee is not going to have a fun day. You will not see this. It just amazes me how many hits I can take in this thing. There goes my fuel tanks. And now the scout tanks are headed up to try and direct attention higher up in a spot where they can't see. So I decide this 2-1 heavy's probably not gonna come out. Gonna have to go to him. And what do you know? There, I shoot him. I think he fired a shot past me. And we're just kind of exchanging shots. He can't afford to. It won't be for too much longer. I should have been able to hit him that. But makes no difference. I still get 1 damage. So I'm coming around here looking for that BK-2001D, and it's over there. And what is he? Oh! That turret's aimed up, but look up there. That's when I finally realized the scout tanks are up there helping us out. Gotta love them light tanks though. That Cruiser 4 is battered to no end, but I decided, you know what? It's probably worth my time to go looking for artillery and look at medium tank. Don't exactly have a good shot. I'm going to take it, going to miss it, and going to look around, see if anything can actually shoot me from here. Fire a few more shots into that area, hoping for damage. Decide it's not worth it. Come around, stop. Doesn't really need to, because they got this covered. Now, there's still quite a few tanks left. We've got a Stug and Electo, artillery. Why should I go after this guy? That T-28 is more than happy to go after. And this tank isn't exactly as fast as that T-28, so T-28 can take care of him, I don't care. There's that Stug B on the other side of the map, starting to run. There's the Electo. This T-28, I think, gets him as well. I load high explosives, seeing as how the Stug B is going the opposite direction. The rest are all open cannon, thin armor. Now there's a bit of a pile up right here, because light tank wants to go, medium tank wants to go. They're both trying to figure it out. I don't exactly want to go over that hill, and there's artillery fire. Or electro fire, I don't really know. But I'm come around here, decide, you know what, I'm probably gonna spot him. Wanna aim. I missed that, probably not gonna get another shot. Should I decide, you know what, I'll advance. Just as the M7 Priest could have been in my line of fire. I don't shoot another shot. So, this has been the Desphere 13. If you liked the video, please click that like button. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more, check out the channel. And if you want to keep updated... Ooh, never mind. I guess I do get 2 of them. Shoot that artillery. So satisfying, the last kill. But back to what I was saying. If you want to keep updated, please subscribe. This has been the Desphere 13. Signing out. Bye.